Let's get started this morning. Let's start by taking 3 deep breaths. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Let's try it again. Take another deep breath in. And one more. Settling into your seat, into your body. With your eyes closed, start to move in those great big circles. Mula bandha circles. Let's start to unwind from our thoughts. Let's unwind from the week. Please change direction whenever it feels comfortable to you. Close your eyes if it feels safe. And please keep in mind, there's no forcing. There's no judgments. There's only observations of your own breath and body. So just a few more times around. And observe how your hips are feeling. How's your lower back feeling? Is there any stress or tension in your shoulders and neck? Let it go. Now we're going to lean ourselves in front of the hips and we're going to sway gently from one side to the other side in the rhythm of the elephant. See if you can breathe deeply to one side. Exhale out to the other side. Back and forth. Let your lower back soften. Allow each breath to be full and deep. Maybe pausing at the top of the breath. Maybe pausing at the bottom of the breath. Now it doesn't matter if it's the right or the left side. Please choose one side, put your hands on each side of one of your legs. And on your own exhale, bow to where it feels comfortable. As you let your shoulders hang, let your head hang down. Take a deep breath in and let it out with a great big sigh. Shake your head gently, yes, a little no. With an inhale, rise back up. Place your hands on both of your legs. Exhale here. With a deep breath in, draw both shoulders up to your ears and exhale, roll them back and down. Now let's turn to the other side. Breathe in and gently bow just to where it feels comfortable. As you press that opposite hip down, let your head hang. Let the shoulders relax. Let the neck be soft. Let it release. Take a deep breath in and again let the tension out with a big sigh. Shake your head gently, yes, a little no. With an inhale, rise back up. Place your hands on both of the legs. Exhale here. Now again, draw your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Please place the hands on the floor in front of you. And when you gently bow, stretch out to where it's comfortable. Let your head hang down. Let your shoulders relax. Let the neck be soft. Let it release. Please take this moment to balance with your mind and your body. Staying in the pose, take a cleansing breath. With your next inhale, please rise back up. Place the backs of your hands together and lift them to the heart. Take a deep, expansive breath. Open your arms out wide. Exhale, let your hands meet right over your head. Inhale, reach up tall. And when you exhale, take the hands comfortably down to your heart. Namaste.
Namaste.
Release your hands. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. Now you don't have to move. I'm just turning so you can see better. We're going to take our legs out wide. You can stay up high on your blanket or come off of your blanket or your pillow. So once your legs are out comfortably wide, you know you need the blanket if your tailbone's tucked under you. Like I was talking about having the hips tipped this way. You want the hips tipped back that way. So if it's not easy to do that this early in the morning, set up high on your blanket. Adjust the abundance out from underneath you. Work your ankles. Snap, crackle, pop. Maybe not. Now we're going to turn all your toes straight up to the ceiling. Curl your toes down. Feel that stretch through the toes. Maybe it causes cramping. Now spread your toes out wide. Take that pinky toe, pull it back towards your knee. We're pressing out through the big toe ball mount. Breathe there. You feel that all the way into your legs, and it actually helps set you upright. Now we're going to relax through the toes a bit, but keep the toes turned up. So don't just keep pulling them apart and pulling them towards your knee. Now we're going to bring the left hand gently behind you, anywhere that is comfortable, flat hand or teacup fingers. You can put your right hand to the center on the floor in front of you or to the outside of your left thigh, whatever feels good. Set up straight and tall, squeeze your tummy, and you're going to look over your left shoulder just to where it feels safe. Some of you have neck issues this morning, so maybe you want to look at your left foot. Maybe you can look all the way far behind you. Doesn't matter, or anywhere in between. Take another breath there. Now we're going to keep our hands where they are, and we're going to slowly turn the head and try to turn your head to look as far to the right. Maybe you can see your right toes. Maybe you're just looking straight ahead. Doesn't matter. Just draw that left shoulder blade back. Breathe there, stretching through your neck. And then bring your nose to center. Relax your feet completely. Work your ankles in circles. Roll your shoulders too. Now press through the heels of your feet. Your toes are turned upward. We're going to bring our right hand behind us, flat hand or teacup fingers. Left hand to the floor or to the outside of your right thigh. Set up tall, squeeze your tummy. See how far you can look to the right. It feels different. Neck, your back, your hips, everything. So you honor it. So maybe this side you're not going to go as deep. Maybe this side is crazy deep. Now keep your hands. Slowly turn your head. Look as far to the left. Maybe you can see your left toes. Maybe you have to look straight ahead. But if you can see your left toes, did they turn outward? Turn them back up. Are you breathing? And then we're going to bring everything to the center. Roll the shoulders around. Work your ankles around. And then we're going to press through the heels of your feet again. Spread the toes. We're just going to put our hands in front of us and we're going to lift our collarbones up. And then we're going to twist again. We're going to bring our right hand behind us, left hand behind us, right hand to the left thigh or to the floor. Look over your shoulder just for a moment. Now we're going to turn our gaze right to our right foot. And we're going to put our right hand now to the inside of the right leg. We're going to reach up with our left leg. I'm so dyslexic this morning. We're going to reach up with that right hand. reach up tall, and we're stretching all the way to the ceiling. Looking at your left foot, you're going to reach that left hand as low as out to the foot as far as it goes. The elbow could rest on the floor or you're on your hand, and you're just stretching. Some of you are so far down that you could almost touch your foot. Some of you are way up high. One more breath, folks. Now, if it feels good, you could turn your head and look underneath your right arm, and I do mean right arm, and look to your right hand, or maybe you continue to look at your left foot. Now turn the palm down, your right hand to the floor, press the air down, come back to the middle, and roll your shoulders, roll your ankles. Now we're going to press through your heels again, come back to the center, hands on the floor, lift your collarbones because I don't want you to slouch down. I want you to move through your hips here. Now you're going to bring your right hand behind you, left hand to the floor or to the outside of your right thigh. Look as far over your right shoulder as it feels comfortable. We're acclimating ourselves to this side. One more deep breath here, and then we're going to release our hands, and we're going to bring our right hand to the inside of our right leg. We're going to take our hand and reach it out. We're going to take the left arm by our ear, palm points towards our right foot, and we're going to spread the hand wide. You're going to look down at your right hand and reach your hand out to the heel of your foot as far as it goes. Maybe elbow goes to the floor. Maybe you can grab your right toes with your left hand. Maybe you're just stretching up tall, breathing here, pressing through the heels. What aren't you stretching? Now, only if it feels good to your neck. Turn your head, look under the left arm to the palm of your left hand. Now turn the palm to the floor as you press the air down and you come back to the center. Roll your shoulders, roll your ankles. Now slide the soles of your feet together. Bounce your knees a little bit up and down. You're going to gently bow forward. No muscle energy. Relax your muscles. Let your hands hang forward anywhere. Maybe they rest up here and you're just setting up high and letting your head and shoulders rest. Maybe you're hanging forward and you're just about to kiss your feet. Anywhere in between is good too. Let everything go. Do not look. Relax into this. Remember, you have props. You can put something underneath your thighs if this hurts your hips or knees. You're going to let everything hang. Let gravity pull your head, your shoulders forward, and you're breathing. Breathe out wide, your back ribs, your side ribs, and you're going to exhale. Pull your tummy in and upward. You're cleansing your body. Breathe out wide. Expand out wide. On your exhale, pull the belly in and upward, and feel how that pulls and shifts the tailbone. It opens your hips even more. 2 more deep breaths. And then we're going to gently use your hands to lift up. Bring your hands right behind your knees. Drop your hands back and drop your knees from side to side. Twist at the waist. Now we're not done with that wide stretch again. We're going to do one more. So we're going to come back to the middle. Take your legs out. Turn the toes up. Adjust the abundance out. That helps rotate the femur bone in the hip socket. Now pressing through the heels of your feet, we're twisting again. Bring your left hand behind you, right hand to the thigh or to the center. You're going to look over the left shoulder, and then you're going to bring your gaze to the left foot. Put your hands on each side of the left leg. If your knees are hurting, remember you have something underneath the knee. If you are tight and your hamstrings are real stiff, you're going to bend your knee a lot. Pressing that right hip to the floor, we're going to bow over the left leg. Some of you are kissing your knee. Some of you are waving at your foot from afar. You can bend the knee as much or as little as you'd like. 2 more deep breaths. Then we're going to lift all the way back up. Work your ankles around. Flex and point your feet. And then roll your shoulders. Now we're going to go to the other side. Press through the heels of your feet. Spread your toes wide. Let's bring your left hand behind you, right hand to your thigh or to the floor. Set up straight and tall. Twist as far as you want to go. Take a breath or two here. Now we're acclimated to the right side, so release your hands. Hands on each side of your right leg. Bend your knee a lot or a little and bow over that leg. Breathe into that. We're trying to press that left hip bone to the floor. We're letting the shoulders relax out. Breathe there. Just a couple of deep breaths. Remember, your knee could be bent a lot. You're waving at your foot from afar or you're kissing your leg. Then you're going to inhale, lift back up. Oh, work your ankles around. Slide the soles of your feet together. Bounce your knees up and down. Press your thigh bones down, lift your collarbones up, and gently pull yourself forward. Now we're going to add muscle energy to it. Elbows are either going to touch your shin bones easily or they touch the inner thighs easily. You're holding on to your feet or ankles. We're going to press our elbows into our legs, no matter where it is. We're going to inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, pull yourself down. Try it again. Inhale, make your back long, and notice you can even keep breathing and kind of press one elbow a little further and get a little more stretch. And then pull yourself down and let your head hang. Now at this point, let the hands rest. And you're going to take 2 more deep breaths, expanding out your back ribs. Exhale, pull the belly in and up. And did you notice you got in a little bit deeper? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. And then very gently after that second breath, come all the way back up. Hands behind your knees, bring your knees together. Drop your hands back and rock your knees gently from side to side. Now, we're going to get the feet out wide apart, knees wide apart. Press one knee in, point one knee up. See, all this stuff you can sit down on the floor while you're binge watching whatever you're watching. Bring the knee up and go to the other side. Hang there and breathe. Give your animals the couch. Get down on the floor. They'll get used to it. Bring the knee up and press the other knee down. Hold it. Keep breathing. Remember, you're listening to your knee. If you've got some knee issues, maybe you need a pillow in the middle there. Bring the knee up and one more time. Last side. Now, we're going to bring both knees up, and everybody's going to come up on your hands and knees any way you want. But remember, if you're having knee issues, you're going to stand up and put your hands either on your coffee table or on the seat of a chair. Your hands are spread wide. Your elbows are straight. Your knees are underneath of you. Toes can be relaxed or rolled under. Let's work the cat. Move it and stretch it from cat and flow it to cow. Breathe. The only thing that is moving is your spine. Your elbows are not bending out. You're not shifting in your hips at all. It's movement from tail to head. You're breathing any way that feels comfortable. If you're squeezing your butt muscles to give you a little more lift, you've gone too far. Do not grip your butt muscles in either pose. Now, the next time you have cow pose, please hold cow. You only look up if your neck feels wonderful. Look down if your neck feels better. Relax your butt muscles, your belly muscles. And then you're going to puff the back up to the ceiling, pull the tummy in, relax your butt muscles. Think about broadening and opening your hips. Let your head hang. Shake your head a bit. And then press the hips really low to the heels. Reach the arms way out long. Elbows are off the floor. Your head drops down. Now your head may touch the floor. It may be a million miles away. It's all good, folks. Now with an inhale, let's lift all the way back up. Just a tiny bit. Walk your hands a little bit to the left side. So if you have a yoga mat, the left hand is slightly off of it. Elbows are nice and straight. Knees are pointing to the front of the mat. We've curved your spine. Make sure the hands are under your shoulders and not out here. You want them right underneath those shoulders. As we start with cat pose, move it to cow. Just a couple of times each posture to create flexibility in your spine. So it's all nice that you've got it flexible to the middle, but your back does so many more awesome movements, and you want to make sure every side is as flexible on each side, balanced. The next time you naturally have your cat rounding, please hold the cat. Pull your tummy in. Let the head hang. Elbows are straight. Shake your head a little bit, folks. And then press the hips low to the heels. Look out at your hands. They're reaching out to the left. Elbows are off the floor. Now drop your head. Maybe it touches the floor. Maybe it's a dangling a million miles away. Maybe you want to stay here. But if you want a little more, put that right hand on top of your left hand. Twist slightly to the right or a lot to the right. Some people like to twist both ways. I'll never tell who you are. Let your head hang. Reach it out. Now inhale. Come all the way back up. Let's go over to the right side. Your right hand is slightly off your yoga mat. Elbows are straight. Hands are under your shoulders. We always start with cat rounding. Relax your butt muscles through as you move into cow pose. You're going to go back and forth from head to tail. You're going to breathe here too. And then you're going to puff the back up to the ceiling. Let your head hang. Pull your tummy in. Butt muscles are relaxed. Broaden your hips. Shake your head. Then press the hips low to the heels. Reach your arms out long. Head hangs. Remember, you can have a big pillow behind your thighs, between thighs and shins, thighs and calves. Now, take that left hand. If you want a deeper stretch, put it on top of your right hand. If you want to, you twist to the left side, stretching through it, breathing deep. Now inhale, let's lift all the way back up, come back to the middle, press it back into child's pose. And if you're uncomfortable on your knees, please lay on your back and do 3 deep breaths, nose to bent knees. If you're on the floor, arms can be out in front of you, palms up, out in front, or arms by your side, palms up. Let your shoulders relax. And folks, we're going to stand up. So for my friends who do not want to practice your balance pose coming up off the floor, we're going to take our hands forward, roll your toes under, press back into your heels just for a moment. Breathe here. Now stay here if you're okay here. You can have a blanket behind your knees. For my friends who are standing up, I don't want you to miss the toe stretch. You can stand up and just stretch the tops of your toes like this and go across the leg. Now for my kids that are laying on their knees, relax your toes, hips to heels. Practice this. Now I know 1 or 2 of you are like this. That's okay because you've got knee issues or whatever's going on. Now we're going to come forward, roll the toes under, hips to the heels. Again, you may be up here. You're still stretching your toes. For my friends who want deeper, open the heels out. You get into the pinky toe and you go, oh my God, I really feel that now. We're always going to feel that deep in the feet. Now I'm turning just so you can see. Your toes are rolled under. You're going to lift your knees up off the floor. See if you can balance here. Maybe you want to, kind of play with it a little bit. Maybe you want to hold on to the floor. Maybe you're just practicing. Some of you are already into the balance pose. No hurries, no worries. We're going to be slow about it. Maybe we want to balance here. Do you notice the more you practice this, the effortless nature comes? It's amazing. It gets more and more balanced. Relax your shoulders. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're holding on to it. We're going to breathe here and find that breath, that it's effortless wherever you're at. Now, if you're already standing, you're going to meet us in forward bend. So if you're on the floor practicing balance pose, press the heels down. You're going to make sure your knees are bent a lot so your tummy and thighs touch each other. Your hands are resting to the floor. Even if you have to put a pillow on the floor to put your hands on, raising the floor is fine too. But where our knees are bent a lot, we're not rounded over the leg, bending at our hips. We're bending at the hip crease. Shake the head a little bit. Inversion is so important for our spine. It's also important for our chemistry, and it also cleanses your body. Now turn the palms of your hands out in front of you. Knees are soft. Pull your tummy in and upward. You're going to come up. Inhale. Use your arms like wings. Touch your hands right over your head. Take your hands all the way down. You're going to press the air down. Turn the palms out. Greet the day. Bring that energy all the way up. Exhale. Press last week down. Push it out. Inhale. Let's bring that new day up. Exhale. Press that down. Oh. Inhale. Lift. Expand. Exhale. One last time. Press the air all the way down. We're going to inhale. Bring the hands up. Touch the hands over your head and float your hands down to your heart. Roll your shoulders. Now we're going to interlace the hands over our heads. So we're going to press the air down. You're going to inhale. Bring the hands all the way up. Interlace the hands, pointer finger up to the ceiling. Lengthen tall. Hold this. Keep breathing. Look straight out or look up. What feels good? Press back with your inner thighs. Ground the feet to the floor. Pull the tummy in and upward. This changes the pose completely, doesn't it? Lengthen tall and gently, not very far, fold to the right side. You don't have to go far. Look down or look up. Press out with that left arm. Press down with that left foot. Are you breathing? Don't forget to breathe. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left side. Fold only to where it feels safe. Reach out with that right arm. Press down with that right foot. Pressing back with the inner thighs. Don't pinch your butt. One more breath. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, take the hands down. Press the air down. Inhale, lift the air up. Interlace your hands, palms up. We're going to come up on our toes. If you don't want to balance this way, you do not have to. You can just press upward. Inhale, come up on your tippy toes. Press the heels of your hands up. Keep breathing, balancing. And then exhale, bring it down. Inhale, come all the way up. Hold it, keep breathing. Exhale, bring it down. And one more time. Inhale, bring it up. And then exhale, bring it down. Take your hands and interlace your hands behind your back. Press your knuckles to the floor. Press back with your inner thighs. Pull your tummy in. Take the hands as far back as you can go. Maybe they don't go very far. Now, we're going to come down into forward fold from here. So we're going to lift the chest, pull the hands back. You're going to look at the corner between the ceiling and the wall or look straight ahead. What feels better to you? It should be a natural lifting, not a turning of your neck. Take one more deep breath there, folks. And then you're going to bend your knees, Put your belly right on your thighs. Let your head hang down. Now your hands are only going to come a little bit off your hips, or maybe they come all the way up and point to the ceiling. Bend your knees a little bit. Let your head hang, or bend your knees a whole lot. Shake your head, folks. Now, don't go anywhere. Just take a deep breath and go. Release the hands, float them down. We're going to come up again. Knees are bent, tummy is in and up. Use your arms out like wings. Come all the way up. Touch your hands, and then melt your hands back into the heart. Turn your palms upward. Fingers point towards each other. We're going to take our hands, rotate the hands outward. Keep your elbows bent. Rotate your fingertips towards each other. Now your hands, keep breathing. Your hands are just a few inches above your head. Don't have them up high. Have the elbows bent. It should be kind of relaxed. It takes a while before this feels comfortable and relaxed. Now take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, bring your hands all the way out and back in front of you. Keep the palms up. Keep breathing. So now we're going to take the hands all the way out. You're going to rotate your wrists out. And this is the only time your arms straighten out. See how the palms are up, arms are straight, and your shoulders are rotated forward. Are you breathing? Now we're going to bend the elbows, rotate those hands in front of us, and we're going to rotate the wrists out and bring the hands all the way up. Now, this is called pots of boiling oil. Keep breathing. You'd like to think of them as baskets of kittens, or as my good friend Pam here likes to call it, baskets of money. So keep those elbows bent out, and we're going to take our hands all the way out in front of us. We're going to take our hands back behind us and straighten those arms out. Now, this is an inhale. Let's bring the hands all the way up, out, and to the top of the head. Exhale, bring the hands all the way out in front of you. Straighten the arms, stretch it out behind you. Inhale, back up. Don't spill. Exhale, bring the hands out in front of you and out, back behind you. Inhale, take those hands up. Exhale, bring them all the way in front and back out behind you. 2 more times. Inhale, we're going to bring it all the way up. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. And exhale, bring it all the way back down. Now hold it and keep breathing. Feel this stretch. This stretches your all the way from fingertips to your shoulders. Your forearms are rotated and getting a nice stretch too. Are you breathing? Now bring your hands out in front of you. Rotate your palms up to the ceiling, fingertips touch. Close your hands and bring your hands to the heart. So we're going to do reverse Anjali Mudra. So before we do that, we're going to just take those hands out in front of them, reach them out, turn the palms up, back so the hands come together. Shoot your fingertips out. Drop your hands down, open those hands out like a book, and back so the hands come together. Shoot your fingertips out. 1 more breath there. And then we're going to bring our hands out, open your hands out like a book, close your hands, and bring your hands to the heart. So this is Anjali Mudra. Reverse means it's behind the back. So we're going to take our hands. Some of you can only get your hands in your imaginary back pockets, or maybe you have back pockets. Make sure the heels of your feet are opened out as wide as your pinky toes. Press back with your inner thighs, pull your tummy in and up. But if it feels comfortable, point the palms of your hands towards the floor. Start to adjust your fingers so the fingers are coming together. Maybe you only get 2 or 3 fingers touching. Maybe all 5 of them can touch each other. Maybe you can actually work the hands up higher and get the heels of your hands together. Breathe here. This is a huge rotation in your hands, in your forearms. You can be down low, you could have your hands up high. It's just as intense of a stretch. Please hold it for another breath there. Press back with the thighs, pull the tummy in. It can be torturous, I know. It gets better. You're going to be very slow about bringing the hands all the way down, palms down. Savor every last little bit of stretch. And then once you've done that, shake them out. So we're going to take our legs out to a comfortable width. Get the toes out, heels in. We're going to make sure the knees track right over your feet. You do not want your knees going in any other direction than over your feet. So maybe you're here. Maybe you have to hold on to a chair or another piece of furniture. Maybe you're here. But we're all just going to move through our hips a little bit. Go from side to side a little bit. Maybe your hands are on your knees. Now we're going to come back to center and we're going to do a little cat-cow from here. Our knees are going to be bent. Even if you get your elbows on your thighs, put your hands on your knees. We're going to round it and tuck it and feel that stretch in your lower back. Keep breathing. Pull your tummy in. I hope you didn't eat pancakes this morning. You could be holding onto a chair or a wall, but this is really good for our hips. Are you breathing? So just like we did before, please shift your hips from side to side. And then you're going to look forward, stick your tail out, and then you're going to exhale, round it and tuck it. Inhale, look forward, stick your tailbone out. Exhale, round it and tuck it. And one more time. Take a deep breath, stick your tailbone out. And last time, round it and tuck it. Hold it, keep breathing. Move through your hips a little bit. Down onto the floor. So if you want to come down in your squatting pose with me, come ahead. If you want to sit all the way down to the floor, you go right ahead. But if you can come into your squatting pose in any fashion, maybe you can lift your heart, maybe you can press your elbows into your thighs, maybe not. Maybe some of you come into crow pose. And then you're going to gently come all the way down onto the floor. You want to. Once your legs are out, please work your ankles around, kids. We're going to go into our hips. It's going to go back to the hips. So we're going to take our left foot. If you cannot take that left foot and cross it over your right leg, that's all right. You can put it right to the inner thigh. Turn the right toes straight up to the ceiling. Remember, if your tailbone's underneath you, get that blanket, that pillow, and sit up tall. Roll the shoulders out of your ears. Your right toes are turned up, your toes are spread out wide, and you're looking at those toes. You're pulling the knee up, and you're breathing here. Relax through your shoulders. Feel both hips on the floor. So we're going to deepen this. So we're going to take our right hand, we're going to hold the left knee, or we're going to hug the knee. Get yourself turned to the left side. If you need to pull body parts out of the way, go right ahead. Now, you're going to take that left hand right at your chest bone right here at the collarbone. You're going to use your elbow to twist. You're going to turn and look over that left elbow as far as it goes. It may not go far. Then you're going to reach that left hand behind you. Spread your left fingers wide. Get the arm parallel to the floor. Use your right arm to twist deeper only if you want to. Remember, if you had a big breakfast, don't twist too far. Now turn your left hand to the floor. Relax your right toes in front of you. Set the left hand flat on the floor, or you can come up on teacup fingers. But no matter what, you need to relax your shoulders out of your ears. Look as far to the left as it feels safe and comfortable. Breathe here. Now we're going to look at our right toes. We're going to slowly turn our head, make sure those right toes are relaxed, and look as far to the right as we can. Pull that left shoulder blade back to open your chest. And then we're going to come back to the middle. Let's rock our baby. Pick your baby up in your right hand or your elbow. If you burp the baby, it goes behind your head. And we're gonna rock that baby. Oh. You can hold and hug that baby tight. Now, we're gonna do what Mom said not to. Put your foot right on your thigh, get your fingers between your toes, get your joints between each one of your toes. Do this every day. Try to get the palm of your hand and the sole of your feet together so there's a communication. And you're gonna work your ankles around. Go one way several times and then change the direction. Really get your hand and your foot connected. Do this as often as you can, once a day, twice a day. More nerves in your hands and feet. You need to take care of them. Rock it back and forth. Now, we're going to take our hand out. Put your foot to the inner part of your right thigh. Now remember, if you have a hip or knee issue, you have a blanket or pillow underneath of it. Remember to rolled up towels are lovely to stick underneath your knee. We're coming into forward fold. So you're going to feel it in your hip. So first, turn your right toes up, have your knee bent or straight, but you want your tummy and thighs together. So as soon as you engage that foot, did you feel your hips kind of square? So take a deep breath, get your tummy and thighs together. We're going to lengthen our collarbones towards the foot, and then we're going to bow over it. Now relax your right foot. If you are very flexible, the leg could be straight, but remember the rule is tummy and thighs have to stay together. You're going to feel it deeper into the hip if you go for that. That slight bend, as flexible as I am, I give my knee a slight bend and man, I can feel it more in the hips. So I know you have to feel that. Let the head go. Let the shoulders go. We stay in this pose for several breaths, not engaging any muscles, but relaxing. Because now we're in the connective tissues of your hip. We're deep into the muscle, into the bone itself, the tendon area. We're allowing those areas to stretch. You can't get to those connective tissues without relaxing the muscles. Please take 2 more deep breaths in your forward fold. And then gently lift all the way back up. You're going to take your left leg and slide that leg out. Work your ankles around. Go one way, go the other way. Flex and point those feet a few times. Now let's go to the other side. We're going to take that right foot. If it doesn't cross over the left thigh, it goes to the center. We're going to engage the left foot. Spread the toes, press through the heel of your foot, and pull that right knee upward. Relax your shoulders. Feel that muscle engagement. Feel the hips on the floor. Breathe here. So now we're going to twist with it. So our left hand's going to hold our knee, or the left hand's going to wrap around the knee. You're going to twist to the right side as much as you can. Pull the body parts out of the way. Once you've gotten there, right hand goes on your collarbone. You're going to use your right elbow to point your way into the twist. Then you gently unfold the arm, reach it out parallel to the floor. Spread your fingers. Pull that right knee across the body. Relax your left toes now, folks. Point the palm of your right hand to the floor and gently drop it to the floor. Breathe into it. Flat hand or teacup finger. We're pulling and gently twisting into it as much or as little, but we're pulling that right hip to the left side. Feeling that deep stretch in your hip. Now keep your hands, maintaining your twist. Slowly turn your head. Either look at your left toes or as far to the left as you can. Stretching through the neck, pulling that right shoulder blade back. And then we're going to release and come back to the middle. You're going to pick your foot up in your hand or your elbow. Rock that baby. Now if you burp the baby on the other side, try burping it on this side. I've never birthed the baby. I think I was a year old when I birthed the baby the last time. That's one of those poses that if you don't keep doing it, you'll never get it back. Now, drop the right foot on your thigh. Get your fingers between your toes. Get the knuckles in there if you can. Some of you can only get a finger in there. Palm of your hand to the sole of your foot. Squeeze it off. Work your ankle. Go one way, go the other way. Flex and point the foot a little bit. And then pull your hand out. If you massage somebody that you love their feet, do that to them. After they stop screaming at you, they'll say thank you. So put your foot to the inner thigh now. If you need something underneath that knee because the hip is hurting, get it there. If you need that rolled up blanket underneath your left knee, do it because you feel your hip crease now. It brings you forward to get the pose deeper. Hands on each side of the left leg. Now just for a moment, tummy and thighs touch. You're going to lengthen your collarbones. You're not lifting your chin. That kind of, when you lift your collarbones, that's kind of a natural inclination that we have. But tuck your chin, look directly down at your foot. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Put that tummy and thighs together, keep breathing, and on your own exhale, you bow forward. Now, so many people think that it's all about pulling yourself and they get the strap and their arms are working hard. No, let yourself drape. No muscle energy in the arms. Let this stretch your back and your hamstrings. If you're truly folded at the hip crease and not your waist, you are going to feel that deeply and you don't need any extra pulling. Relax all your muscles in your back, your neck. You could get pillows underneath you. We're only going to hold it for a couple more breaths. I'm not going to make you hold it for that much longer. Then you're going to lift back up very gently. Take any props out. Work your right leg out long and work your ankles back around in circles. Separate them. Get all the movements you can in your ankles. That should also give you a little altered state feeling. That's also an inversion pose. So now we're going to lay down onto the floor, but move your hips so that your hips are in the middle of your yoga mat. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. So we're going to play a little bit with bridge pose, and we've done that quite often, but we're going to add something a little different with our hands. So make sure your feet are underneath your knees, and you open your heels out. Remember, just 1/8 of an inch, not even 1/4 of an inch, just a tiny bit out, because it helps you relax your butt muscles. Excuse me. So what we're going to do is lift the hips up a tiny bit so we can walk the back of our arms underneath of us. You feel your back lift up and only the back of your shoulders are on the floor. Now, you're going to point your fingers to the ceiling. I bet you're gripping your butt muscles already. Relax your butt muscles. Spread your fingers. Press your elbows and the back of your arms towards the floor. Press your feet down into the floor. Relax your butt muscles. Spread your fingers wide. Do not look. You're keeping your head in the same place. Nose points to the ceiling. Relax your butt muscles. Let this be about your front. Pressing down with elbows, back of your arms. Now, go ahead and open the back of your shoulders out. So now your entire back's on the floor at the shoulders, and you're going to roll each vertebra down one at a time. Once your hips are down, we're going to take our hands, we're going to interlace the hands. We're going to open the palms out so you can see the palms of your hands so there's space between your wrists. You're going to press your knuckles towards the ceiling and notice how the shoulder blades come off the floor. Please keep breathing. Now, pull the shoulder blades to the floor. The arms stay straight. Keep breathing. Feel your shoulders flat on the floor. Now on your next inhale, lift the shoulder blades off the floor, knuckles towards the ceiling, and exhale. Arms stay straight, shoulder blades back on the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, keep your hands interlaced. This is going to feel weird if you've never done this before. You're going to lift your hips up. Trust me, you can do this. Come up on your tippy toes and walk those tippy toes underneath you. Once you have that, push your knuckles hard up into the ceiling. Inhale, make your tummy big, and on your own exhale, roll upper back down, roll middle back down, lower back down, hips go down, heels of your feet go down, shoulder blades back to the floor. We're going to try that one more time. We're going to lift our hips up, come up on those tippy toes, push your knuckles up into the ceiling, shoulders are off the mat. Take a deep breath in, lift the hips up, and on your own exhale, don't pitch your butt muscles, roll upper back, middle back, lower back, hips, heels, shoulder blades, bend your elbows out wide, palms up. We're going to do reclined pigeon pose. So take your right ankle, put it on your left thigh. If you go deeply in this pose, take that right foot, pull it into your hip crease deeper, and walk the left foot out to the side of it. If you need a prop, get it ready for the left side as you drop both knees to the left side. Either your left thigh is resting on a prop or it's resting on the floor. Your right foot is resting on the floor or the prop, right knee pointing to the ceiling or away from you. Do not let that knee come inward. Let the shoulders relax out. Everybody, take a deep breath in. If you're not feeling it enough, excuse me, bring the left knee up higher and pull that right foot tighter into the hip crease. Hold on to the foot with your left hand if you want to. But if not, just let that right hip open and stretch. You should feel that in the right hip, no pain in your left back. Please just take a couple of deep breaths there. Relax through that right hip. Let it release. Let it stretch through the knee to your hip. One more deep breath there. Now you're going to pick both knees back up, or you just slide that right foot off. Bring the knees back up. Hug just your right knee into your chest. Bring your nose to your right knee. Please round your back. Hold it for 2 deep breaths. Put your foot down onto the floor. Head and shoulders rest onto the floor. We're going to take our left ankle, put it on our right thigh. If you go deeper, that foot goes into the hip crease and you walk the right foot out to the right side. Drop both knees to the right side. Either rest your right thigh on a prop, a pillow, or it's flat on the floor. Left knee is always going to be pointing up to the ceiling or away. Don't let it flop in. You lose it. It comes into shoelace pose then. But right now we're opening the hip. We want to go into your hip flexor, into the piriformis. You could certainly hold on to your left foot with your right hand, but everybody, let your shoulders relax. Let your hips release. Let that stretch from your hip to your knee happen. And you really have to mentally go in there and tell my hip to relax, my knee to relax. Maybe you feel tension and tightness in the shin and the calf. Breathe into that and see if it can relax just a bit. It changes when you think about it. Now be very gentle. On an inhale, lift the knee back up. Uncross the legs. Hug just your left knee into your chest. Hands behind your left knee. Squeeze it off. Take 2 really super deep breaths. And relax it down. Foot down onto the floor. Now, feet off the mat, hands on your knees. Your arms are straight. Your knees are pointing to the ceiling, but your feet are off the floor. We're going to just work the breath with the body. We're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows, draw the knees inward. Inhale, point your knees to the ceiling. Exhale, bring them into your chest, bend your elbows. You could always have your hands behind your knees if your knees are hurting. Inhale, knees to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the knees to the chest. Inhale, knees to the ceiling. And exhale, knees to the chest. Hold it, keep breathing. You're going to wrap your arms either underneath the knees or around your knees, wherever it feels good. Separate your knees, bring your nose between your bent knees, round your back for 2 really deep breaths. After that, head and shoulders rest on the floor, feet are flat on the mat, arms are rested out. We're going to rock the clock. So if you haven't done this with me before, it's going to be weird. If you've done it with me before, work it. So when you take a deep breath in, I want you to make your tummy big. Put your hand at your lower back and notice that lumbar curve. Now take your hand out and exhale. Squeeze your tummy in. Notice how the back flattens and your tailbone shifts. Inhale, make your tummy big. Notice that deep lumbar curve, the tailbone roots down. Exhale, pull the tummy in, your back flattens on the floor. We're going to do this several times. Inhale, make your tummy big, tailbone to the floor, 6 o'clock. Exhale, tummy into the spine, back flattens, that's 12 o'clock. Inhale, 6 o'clock. Exhale, 12 o'clock. Several times. 12 o'clock, back is flat, tailbone shifts up. Inhale, tailbone roots down. Exhale, back flattens, tailbone shifts up. Back and forth from 12 to 6. Now the next time you have 12 o'clock down, hold it. Keep breathing. Feel the back flatten. Keep breathing. Now, the next time you exhale, you're going to create the deep lumbar curve. Push 6 o'clock down your tailbone. Now, inhale. Pull the tummy in. Your back flattens. Then you're going to inhale. Exhale. Push your tailbone down, lift your back off the floor, and then exhale. You're going to inhale, bring your belly down, tailbone shifts. Exhale, 6 o'clock down. Inhale, belly flat on the floor, 12 o'clock down. Exhale, 6 o'clock. Inhale, 12 o'clock. Exhale, 6. Inhale, 12. We've reversed the breath. Just a couple of times. This is truly how we strengthen the core and learn how to shift our hips. This is how we learn to move our backs. Now, the next time your back is flat on an inhale, Keep it for the exhale. Inhale. Push your 6 o'clock down, tailbone down. Exhale, 12. Inhale, 6. And then exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Round your back, tuck your chin. 2 deep breaths. And then relax your head and shoulders to the floor. Let your knees touch. Put your feet as wide apart as they can possibly go. Arms are out, palms are up. Take a huge breath in and go. Let your lower back release. Let the shoulders rest on the floor. You're going to point your right knee towards the ceiling and let your left knee rest downward to the floor. Now, only if it feels good do you take your right ankle and rest it on the outside of your left thigh close to the knee, or simply keep your right foot on the floor, right knee points to the ceiling. Whichever feels good. This just adds a little extra stretch to it if you want, or you don't have to. Then we're going to return that foot back on the floor where it was, knee points to the ceiling. Lift the left knee up, and please drop your right knee down to the middle of the mat. Take the left ankle and put it on your right thigh above the knee, only if it feels good, and let that left knee rest out to give yourself a little extra stretch in that right thigh. Again, you don't have to do this. Take that foot off, left foot goes down on the floor, left knee points to the ceiling, and point your right knee up, left knee comes down. And you're going to gently go from side to side, slow or extra slow. Now you're going to bring both knees up to the ceiling. Please bring both knees to your chest, nose to bent knees, only if it feels good. 2 deep breaths. And then head and shoulders rest on the floor. Take both knees around like you're drawing a circle on the ceiling. Go one way several times. Go the other way several times. Separate the knees. Go in opposite directions from each other. One way. Go the other way. Reach your hands between your legs, grab your feet, and rock yourself from side to side. Happy baby. And then you can put a pillow or a blanket underneath your knees. Let your legs go out. If you would like to do dead bug pose, you can always grab the outsides of your feet and pull the knees to the outside of your rib cage. Pull the tummy in. We try to find that alignment of heel and knee. Again, you could be in Shavasana already. Pull your shoulders down. Press the hip bones to the floor. Pull your tummy in. Nose points to the ceiling, but tuck your chin slightly. Take a deep breath and try to relax. Go. If you haven't taken your legs out long, go right ahead. Let your legs rest out and let the feet flop out. Put the palms of your hands, turn them upward to the ceiling. Adjust your body so you can really let go and relax. If you're congested today and want to set up, go right ahead. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with a great big sigh. Take a deep breath in. Hold your breath for a moment. Sip a little more breath in. Now blow it out hard. Take inventory of the body. If there's any stress, discomfort, dis-ease, any thoughts or emotions that need to leave, take a deep breath in and blow it out hard. Now take a deep breath in and let it out with ah. Let's do the delicious thing. Take a breath in. Let's try that again. Take a breath in. Ah. One more delicious sound. Notice that vibration. Left on it. Let that vibration reverberate through the entire body. Imagine every cell of your body is able to open and come alive, savoring that delicious sensation. The sound of your own breath is at the back of your throat. Let that breath deepen. Let that sound flow from head to toe, from fingertip to fingertip. Let your breath flow from skin deep down into the bone. Notice each breath soothes the body. Notice each breath relaxes, releases the whole mouth. Notice the air flowing through your nostrils. Is that breath cool or warm? Is the right side breathing deeper than the left? Or is the left deeper than the right? See if you can inhale through your left nostril. Imagine you can exhale through your right. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. See that circular breath. Try to reverse the breath. Inhaling through your right nostril. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Let your breath just be. as you start to bring your awareness to the sounds in your room. Bring your awareness to the sounds in your home. Can you hear the outside seeping inside? Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, your ankles, wiggle your wrists. Take a nice deep breath in with any extra stretch you'd like. Bring yourself back to the body more fully, more completely. Only when you're ready, draw the knees up, roll to the right side, left side if it feels better. Please stay on your side for just a moment. Let yourself come back to the room just a bit more fully. Some of you are already setting up. Some of you are taking your time coming up to any old seated position you'd like. Sit on a pillow, your blanket, you can sit on a chair, your couch, whatever feels right to you. But make sure you're comfortable. We're going to end the class in Lion's Roar. That cleanses your lymphatic system. It stretches your neck. It's great for TMJ. But best of all, it's great for your breathing muscles, all around your lungs, your tongue, everything. And it's great for your neck. So sit up tall, roll your shoulders. You're going to turn your head gently to the right side. You're going to open your mouth widely, stick your tongue out longly, and go. Close the mouth and gently shake your head, yes. With an inhale, bring your nose to center. Exhale, turn your head to the left side, open your mouth widely, stick your tongue out longly, and go. Close the mouth and gently shake your head yes to the left. Inhale, bring your nose to center. One more time, open your mouth wide. Use your eyes to look upward and go. Close the mouth. Tuck your chin deep into your chest. Little, no movements. This stimulates your thyroid gland. Now bring both shoulders to your ears. Lift your head up. Relax the shoulders back and down. You choose to Om today. Please put your hands together, thumbs against your heart. We're going to pronounce it A-U-M, Om. Close your eyes. Invite a deep breath in. Namaste. It was truly an honor and a great pleasure to get to play with all of you this morning. I hope you feel well.